Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back, and it is time for another ProBots replay. I don't usually do goof ups in my intros, but for some reason I called this one a Pro replay. This is a ProBots replay. We have got ourselves two programmed Starcraft 2 bots that are going to be taking each other on the map Juggernautha, and in the bottom left, I had to cast it because of its name, Dovahkiin. And in the top right, actually just cast it in the last video, it's going to be Sharkbot again. I mean, the name of this bot is one of the reasons why I cast it, and the other reason was I want to see more Protoss bots, so I thought I'd cast Sharkbot again. Last game that I cast, it basically tried to cheese out Veteran Terran, but was unsuccessful, so I'm wondering what it's going to bring out against Dovahkiin. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this video, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't and you enjoy these kind of ProBots. This is one of the channels out there that covers them semi-regularly. And yeah, now we're just going to wait to see what's gonna get going with these bots. So far, we've got a probe scout from Sharkbot, normal opening from Dovahkiin. Yeah, pretty normal stuff. Interestingly enough, from Dovahkiin, gonna be keeping its overlords back at home. So that's gonna indicate that this bot doesn't have a ton of scouting behavior. And based off its APM, I got a feeling that it isn't such an advanced bot or anything like that. It's not doing the mass micromanaging the probes or drones trick to mine more efficiently. But then again, of course, sometimes simplicity is key. And I mean, for all we know, this bot is going to do something super complex and crazy. But we'll see anyway. Another drone just gets transferred down for Dovahkiin. It is interesting to see how every bot has its own approach to generally managing economies, more or less. And right now we just see a couple of queens on the way, 6 zerglings. Once there's some more unit interactions on the map, that's when you really start to see how bot behaves. For example, how these 2 lings are actually going to go chase down this probe now. I do like to see that. Sharkbot, the probe saying dogs. Yeah, poor probe getting hunted down. Interestingly enough, the lings turn around there for Dovahkiin and are now going to hang out at the natural. So I wonder if this is just some sort of base defensive behavior that the bot's got. It's so curious, it's so cool just to think about how do you actually go about programming these things so that they actually work. What you think might work and what actually works in reality is far different. So now we take a look, we see a couple more overlords on the way here for Dovahkiin. Like another queen on the way, no tech or anything just like that. Still going full tilt on the gas mining, however. So this makes me wonder, is this gonna be like a ling flood or something like that? Actually, no, why would it still be mining gas if it was gonna be a ling flood? So I'm kind of baffled. No lair yet. A high amount of gas, maybe a roach warren potentially gonna get thrown up at some point. Who knows? Who knows? Not I, that's for sure. Anyway, Sharkbot still just kind of chilling back at home, has an oracle on the way out, coming out of that Stargate. There is now a roach warren being thrown up at the 3-minute 40-second mark for Dovahkiin, and potentially it's just going to be a big old push. Who knows? Just saturate the couple of bases they got, and then just go for it. That is one of the ways to play Zerg. And I mean, who knows for bot behavior, but for human behavior, I'm not a great Zerg player, definitely not, but going for these kind of floods is one of the easier things to do as Zerg, because the earlier you attack, the less harassment you have to deal with, which is one of the hard parts of playing Zerg. And then, of course, who doesn't love a good all-in? And I'm wondering if that's what we're going to get with Dovahkiin. Just pumping out drones, maybe going to stop at a set amount. Queen's going to try and deal with the Oracle for now. The Queen is trying to pursue that Oracle. Sharkbot says fruity, nutty, sharp, or mild. Cheese reminds the taste buds of life's richness. Oh my god, Sharkbot, while also being a bot, is indeed a poet. But by gosh, we're not actually going to be seeing Dovahkiin start to lay down that roach key or anything. It's just going for a 4th base and just pumping out more drones. What are you doing, bot? What are you doing? Yeah, this has been incredibly greedy play from Dovahkiin. We're now realizing that this is a greedy bot, as there's no ling speed, trying to deal with the Zealot. One Roach gets fired up, and we're 5 minutes into the game, 70 drones, 4th base on the way. Yeah, no units really made, no scouting or anything. Yeah. So, Dovahkiin, an interesting approach of a bot, but I have a feeling it's gonna have a bad time. As we see, there's a Void Ray on the way. And if you're a bot that just makes roaches or something, which potentially Dovahkiin is, we'll see if it's going to start up a lair and make a Hydra Den or anything, or start pumping extra queens. You're going to have yourself a bad time, seeing as how there's also Tempest coming out now for the Zerg bot. So, yeah, it ain't looking too hot for Dovahkiin. Roach's worst enemy is Void Rays, next to the Immortal, basically. The only difference is Roaches can't fight back versus Void Rays at all. And yeah, we are just seeing a big old Roach flood, but no anti-air, so not seeing a ton of depth in the play from Dovahkiin. A Queen is now transferring, but yeah, rather basic unit behavior there. The Queen just went over to transfuse, not actually to fight, fighting the Void Ray per chance, and now it's just gonna lay on the Roach key. Looks like Sharkbot might try and hold on here, but my worry is that even if this Roach attack fails, then there's just going to be no follow-up. So I don't see Dovahkiin winning this game. I'll say there's a chance the Roaches are going to turn around. How many Roaches do you need, Dovahkiin? Is it just going to be 200 Roaches we'll be looking at? Who knows? Looks like Sharkbot does pull back for now, interestingly enough. Unfortunately for Sharkbot, Tempest aren't as good at killing Roaches as Void Rays are. Believe it or not. They're definitely not bad, but yeah, they're definitely not bad. They're not amazing. I think they might have used to be better when they had a bonus versus armored, I want to say. I'm not sure if Tempest ever had a bonus versus armored on the ground. They definitely did, because they used to just destroy Thors, I want to say. Don't quote me on that anyway. But now we got a lot of Roaches moving over to Dovahkiin, and that's all it's gonna be. Can Sharkbot actually stop this? I think it will. I think Sharkbot's gonna be fine, but you never really know. When you roach, you roach. This is just ridiculous. What we're looking at. Okay, the Roaches are going for it. The Tempest are microing against the Roaches. The Phoenix are lifting up too. And this is just the most Zergy bot I think I've ever seen, as the Roaches are just gonna destroy everything on the ground. The economy of Dovahkiin's not going to be good. And yeah, we're just seeing just a true marvel right now. The Tempests are not killing the Roaches that quick. Their micro behavior isn't really helping at all. That being said, are they killing them quick enough? As Dovahkiin is just pumping out more and more Roaches. Roaches and Roaches. We've got the Oracle going across the map for Sharkbot, going to be going for some drone harassment. Instantly, Dovahkiin starts to replace those drones, so yeah, it just seems to have some base limits it needs to meet, but by God, it might actually win this game. As the Roach train is not slowing down, the Nexus is about to go down, and now these Roaches are going to be moving into the main base here of Sharkbot. So I really don't know what to say about this one, guys. Apparently, and as I was saying before, simplicity is better. Now, there's still a chance that the Tempest will start to win, but look at this. They've kind of abandoned the main and they're just defending this 4th base, but that ain't gonna do it. This main base needs to be defended at all costs. We must save the main at all costs. Those Roaches do need to get up the ramp. They're not being as efficient as possible. They're kind of just bogging up a little bit, but, you know, I don't know. Anyway, Roaches doing their own thing. I'm really curious on this behavior here, but yeah, Sharkbot really doesn't have much of an economy, literally none, and is starting to run out of buildings here. So, oh my God, I think Dovahkiin is actually going to win this one. I think it's done it. As much as I knocked this bot a little bit, but it really does go to show simplicity can be best. Like, Sharkbot is a bot with more in-depth behavior, I'd say. But then Dovahkiin is just a bot that made Roaches. So, you know. How many are there? 63. How about that? 63 Roaches. By God. There's not even behavior to transfer drones for Dovahkiin. Like, they're just like, normally you'd transfer drones to another base. Dovahkiin says no. Dovahkiin says Roach. What's 1 + 1? It's Roach. the meaning of life? Roach. Now, the thing for Dovahkiin is that it does have to actually find this nexus. I think it will, though, and Sharkbot is going to be in trouble. It's 6 Tempest, 1 Void Ray, and a Dream to try and defend this nexus against the roaches. The roaches are moving all over the map. Looks like there is some behavior to search for buildings, which is a must. But this nexus has been spotted, so the roaches should eventually all start making their way back to this nexus and realize that it's the target. Yeah, Sharkbot's got 1 probe, make that no probes, and is going to die. Leave a like for this one, guys. Leave a like for every roach in this game. That would be truly amazing. I don't think we'll hit that, but that would be something. Oh, this was nuts. Poor Sharkbot. Just trying to understand as it micros its Tempest. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.